It was 1979 in North Carolina. Ordained Presbyterian minister Mike Woodard wondered, was the church truly serving the poor? He and some friends began to brainstorm.
In our youth and arrogance and naivete, decided, we could really do this better. So why don't we?
They formed the Jubilee House community, sharing a home, pooling resources, working together to aid the homeless and victims of domestic violence.
We're going to come together and we're going to try to live as we understand the church was meant to live.
By the early 90s, after years of peace and justice work, they made a momentous move, accepting an invitation to resettle in the Central American country of Nicaragua to live and work among the poor.
We spent about a year dialoguing with this community here, trying to understand better what their needs were.
They focused on sustainable agriculture, technology, economic development, health, and education. But disaster was just around the corner.
October of '98, Hurricane Mitch hit Nicaragua, and that radically altered the focus of our work.
Desperate hurricane victims poured into a refugee camp near the Jubilee House property.
They were moved into a 125-acre muddy cow pasture, given 36 yards of black plastic and 2 2x4s, and told, welcome to your new home.
Mike and the group responded, building houses and a clinic, moving in relief supplies and life-saving water and sanitation in a suffering community of 150,000 people. Becca was one of the early volunteers.
I came down originally in 2001 for a volunteer stint of 8 months, and that kept being prolonged. So almost 8 years later, here I am.
She's among 12 full-time community members now, building on that early disaster relief with productive work and opportunity in a country where most people live on less than $2 a day. Jubilee House started with just 17 small farmers in one cooperative. Now there are 2,000 farmers and many co-ops producing organically certified crops including coffee, beans, and sesame.
Excelente.
It's excellent. In Nicaragua, we'd had very hard times, but Mike has helped us to get work. It's wonderful.
In addition to those first clinics, Jubilee House built a new hospital and pharmacy. Microcredit programs help start businesses, including Marta and Luis's music CDs and crafts. And with a quarter of households here headed by women, Jubilee House works to expand opportunity. Petronila Sanchez is a wife and mother, and now she's among 6 men and 29 women of all ages building a yarn factory with their own hands, a project supported by Jubilee House. When it's done, the business will be theirs.
Entonces ahí tenemos.
We will have jobs in the future. We will own this, so it is very important.
Mike's dream is to reestablish Nicaragua as a cotton producer, expanding markets and creating worker co-ops from growing and milling to making materials for organic cotton clothing. The ideas center on trade and business, but the inspiration is deeply human.
In all honesty, if I had to live like most of the folks in this community have to live, I might just stick my head under the pillow and not get up. And yet they get up every day and they go at it again.
Everyone says Mike's a tireless worker, on 2 phones at once, or cell phone in one hand, pet monkey in the other, wherever he needs to be for as long as necessary. The Jubilee House community is run by all its members, including his wife Kathleen and their children. But Mike's deepest belief about his fellow human beings is always at the heart of the work.
These are our brothers and sisters. Really. Not make-believe, not pretend. And I can't imagine leaving my brothers and sisters to live like this and not try to do something about it.
As a person, Mike came to Nicaragua with the goodwill to help, with no economic interest for himself. For 15 years we've endured hunger together, a lot of things together. Please excuse, it makes me so emotional.
The challenges are steep, but Mike says every moment is worth it to live and work in partnership and try with all he has to build a better world.
Forgive the simplicity of this, but it's a world where we really do treat each other like we're brothers and sisters, where we share the resources of the world in an equitable and fair and just manner, where we really do care about what happens to the other. That would be it.